every day is so wonderful, and suddenly so happy to be. Now and then I get into trouble from all the pain. I'm so ashamed, but I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down. Oh, no. So I am beautiful in every single way. Words can't bring me down. Oh, no. Don't you bring me down.
Good morning. Got some postcards going out. Just gonna get started nice and slow and easy.
Don't you bring me down. Today.
That was from Beat Mush. Every now and then, a mashup is better than the sum of its two parts. What's going on, Mark? We're getting some stuff. Oh, that's first class. Oh, we're going first class with this? Huh. I guess they paid for it. They did lowball me, though. I should probably ship the first class. It's going to be probably 90 minutes today, I'm guessing, based on what I got. It's not humongous amount. It's a good amount. And there's some, for me, bigger stuff. I normally deal, as you probably have noticed, in the smalls. We're busy right now, Buster. Thank you. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is like as big as a bread box, which is unusual for me. We've got Reno, Nevada, Virginia Street with the Riverside, 1962. Nice $6 postcard. I like Reno and Las Vegas because it's the research I have to do is very limited, and I pretty much know that I'm going to list it. So it eliminates the thought process. Like, oh, Reno. Yep, we'll be listing this card. It's like, what else is in that category? San Francisco cable car, Space Needle, takes all the guesswork out of it. Disneyland. This is the Cherokee Indian Reservation in the Great Smoky Mountains on the border of North Carolina and Tennessee. Can't sell a postcard to save your life. Well, what kind of postcards do you have listed? First of all, are they continental postcards? Hi, Amy. Dreamy Buys. What's the name of your eBay store? We'll take a look. And I promise to be helpful and kind. Mostly linen. That's not the name of the store. Linens can be tough. It depends on the content. What's your price range? All right, Dreamy Buys. We'll find it. Is it Dreamy Buys Media? Okay, here we go. Found it. I mean, your keywords are spot on. Your pricing looks about right. Are you promoting at all? One thing I will say is you only have 155 up right now. That's a nice Crater Lake one. You got some creepy doll ones. Amy, go check out Dreamy Buys. They've got some creepy doll postcards. Ariat Trail, Lookout Mountain. So here's all I will say, Dreamy Buys, is it is totally a numbers game. Like, you've got 155 up right now. I think you're doing right. You're doing it right. Just you need to list and 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 list. Like, start out doing 10 cards a day with the other stuff that you list. You don't let it build over time. 10 cards a day for a year, it's 3,600 cards. By that point, you'll be selling a postcard every day, guaranteed. Yeah, it's totally a numbers game. So, I would say at with 155 cards listed, don't get discouraged. Just barrel through it, right? Like, it's the same thing with anything eBay, right? Slow sales, the answer to slow sales is list more, right? Think about that with any category that you sell in, including postcards. Yeah, exactly. Subject and keywords. One other thing like you could do, but I wouldn't say is completely required, is you can do zoom ins to fill up the image view. So I'll show you what I mean by that. And we're gonna get it out of your store real quick. And now this is an extra step in your listing process. Like, I have found that it works for me, and I got it from Auction Professor, who was talking about it quite a bit. He didn't come up with it. This is just something that people know. So a lot of larger stores do this, and it's just generally good, I think. So all right, so we're gonna do. Just gonna search for what did I I did a bunch of let's do San Francisco postcard. It's going to display to me automatically by distance, but it should show a bunch of mine. So these are at all my a bunch of my listings. Some of them I probably need to retool. They've been up for a while. They're a little more expensive. But you'll see here, as we get to this one, look how much bigger the image on this one is and how much more real estate I'm taking up on the page versus this listing right here. Right? Taking up a whole bunch more real estate on the page. It's expanding not only the size of my listing. Here's one I did today, San Francisco cable car, speaking of I just was talking about. So when you're doing this, it can just help your listings get seen a little bit better and catch the eye a little bit better. I just revamped this one today, Chinatown, San Francisco. You can see that how I've changed my format as well. Here's how I used to do it. Date, postcard, location, then all the like what it is over here. I flipped that, and you'll see down here. Now here's all the good stuff in my formatting. Chinatown, Street View, cars, then location, then the kind of postcard it is. So just, I've got cards listed both ways because I haven't gone back to all of my old listings and done anything to them. But yeah, there you go. So just, if you want to give that a shot and experiment with it. Yeah, Dreamy Buys, just that Mark is dead on. It's good advice. Just you gotta start getting, increasing your presence in the category. And honestly, like I said, what is a Chrome? So it's basically a more modern postcard, Tracy, and good morning to you. I hope you're feeling better. Chrome is like the more modern printing process. It looks more or less like a photograph. I'll show you what I mean. That counts. And I've been meaning to do a video on this, like postcards 101 for beginners. But here's a Chrome postcard. It's usually like glossy. It looks like it's from a photograph. More modern printing process. And then this is a like older divided back postcard, which we know because the dividing on the back, pretty easy to identify that one. So you can see even on this like grainy webcam, the sort of difference in quality. One looks definitely more like it's been painted almost. It's definitely done by an artist. And then we can do we'll grab Kentucky here. So then the other two to kind of know about is what came after divided back is these are the white border. And these can be pretty easily confused with the era that came after it, which is the linen era, and this might actually be the perfect card to demonstrate it. So this is a linen card, and it looks often like the white border because it's got the same border, but I don't know if we're going to be able to see. You might be able to hear. It's textured. It's got a texturing. You can look at it and at an angle and in the light, and you'll see like a cross hatching. And it's not actual linen. It's just the type of paper that they used during wartime because, it's because essentially like traditional paper production was rationed. Yeah. Yes, Mark. Yeah, Kodachrome or Ektachrome or all the other any of those other Kodak printing processes for photography. I mean, they were using chrome way before that, because there's like the lithochrome and Americhrome, like in the early 1910s, that have nothing to do with a chrome postcard, which can be really confusing when you're getting started. It was for me, anyways. All right, I'm still shipping stuff. The nice thing on it is, in terms of dating it, if you can determine what kind of card it is, you can just go into an eBay postcard listing, and there's a drop down in the item specifics, and it will give you the range of dates. Also, the U.S. Post Office was nice enough for a long time to, and they're still doing it today, is just put a stamp on the back of it that tells you when it was mailed. Helps you make it real easy to date a card. Hey, Cameron, how you doing? Like my North Face shirt, fine Alpine Equipment. My friend is a teacher in Korea, and every now and then he sends me back knockoffs, which I love. And they're always like, this is the biggest one you can get, and it still feels like a t-shirt made for a teenage girl. But it's one of the, with postcards, there's a learning curve, but I don't think it's as steep as other categories. Like there's a lot of nuances that I'm still learning, and I think that I'll always be learning, because they're always changing. Like, trends and popularity, like, 10, 15 years ago, or not, I don't know how many years ago, but like, postcards with locomotives were all the rage. Now, not as much. Vintage aircraft was all the rage. Now, not so much. Like, it used to be that you couldn't, like, a chrome postcard was essentially worthless. Like, there was like, sold in huge lots for 10, 15 cents a piece or less. And now they're sort of the thing that's on trend. I sell more of them than probably anything else. They're not as valuable. They don't go for as much money, but they sell more frequently. And that, I mean, that could have something to do with it too. It's typically at a lower-ish price point. So you're hitting a different market. It's really easy to pull the trigger on a $3 thing or a $4 thing shipped than it is a $20 or $30 thing. Yes, Buster's on a rampage this morning. You want a rampage? What you doing? Hi. Okay, I gotta work. Go get your ball. He's literally just roaming around the house looking for shit to fuck up. Yeah, that's pretty much what he's doing. Come on. Hey. Hey. Dumpster dive head. He thinks he's, I don't know if he thinks he's helping. He's got his own agenda. It may just be that he wants to play. His sister's asleep somewhere, which means that his entertainment is unavailable. And so that means it's time to go bother Dad, which is pretty much they take turns, one sleeping on the top of the cat tree, and if that spot is taken, it's time for the other one to come bother me. And that's pretty much how it works for my entire waking day. And there's an overlap of about an hour where they're both awake and chasing each other around the house. And sometimes that hour overlap is at 3 a.m, and around the house is over me, which is adorable, but not great when you're trying to sleep. All right. Got a couple Funko Pops going out. These are the big uns. Oops. We've got a Megazord and a Tiger Zord. These I have had both. I got them from the same person over roughly a year ago. The Tiger Zord, it's so weird. Like that thing where they say if you touch your inventory, it will sell. I had 3 of the white Tiger Zord. 1 sold right after I listed. I haven't sold 1 since. And this morning, while I was pulling the Megazord, it was in a larger box. This larger box, as a matter of fact. But since it wasn't full anymore, I took all the Tiger Zords out and I moved them to a new place so I could make some room. I come upstairs and the white Tiger Zord sells. which is like that thing where you touch your inventory and it sells. Well, that's what happened, which is so weird. It happens so often, and it's just so every time it baffles me. The thing is, like, you can't. It's not like you can just go start touching things on purpose to make it sell. It doesn't work like that. It's not how it works. That's not how any of it works. The inventory touching trick can only work if you're not thinking about it. Nice. Congrats. Hello, Mother's Mustache. And you know what? Ainsley, I'm adding you to my cheat sheet. Until it sticks. Texas. All right. I mean, there's better lists to be on. All right. Yep, here. All right. And here's our white tiger Zord. This thing takes up more space than it's worth, for sure. Sold for $15 plus Canadian shipping. And actually, I'm lucky it sold internationally, because if it hadn't sold internationally, then I'd be out the shipping on it. I think I'm down to like 8 Funko Pops now. I don't even, maybe not even that many. Does anyone want like a Rhaegal the dragon from Game of Thrones? Because I have one of those for sale. And let's see, I got a 8-bit Wreck-It Ralph. I think I've got a HP, or wait, something nerdette. It's HP nerdette? No. Something nerdette. Anyways, I has it. Come get it. Go to my store and buy yourself a Game of Thrones Funko Pop. Or don't. I should put it on Facebook Marketplace. So yes, I do, Dawn. Don't buy my dragon. I do use pirate ship, but I don't use that to calculate my postage. And I'll explain why. One, because I am shipping out of state, I am at higher risk for anything that I ship out. There is things happen all the time where stuff is sent back to me, doesn't reach the customer, gets caught up in customs, higher risk for damage, and there's just more. So I want insurance on anything that I send out that's going to be at a higher cost. So when you look at my shipping costs, it's going to be the same as first class, although I'm often going to be using eBay standard shipping for international or pirate ship. Although typically I will err on the side of eBay international because it includes the insurance. And I like as well that it just comes out of my pending funds, even though like I know I might save $1 or maybe $2 through pirate ship. So it's I would say really it's probably about 50-50 which method I'll use on any given item. All right, so these are some vintage clay poker chips. Our next item. They are probably going to be going first class, maybe not. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. This is going to take an ounce of material. So we'll just box and bag it. These were in my death pile. These are the Anchor brand. I also had Jockey brand. They were just in a cigar box that I've had forever. I got them basically for free at a yard sale, and because I had to sort them and clean them, I just never dealt with them. So I dealt with them finally, and it only took a day to sell. All right, this is not. Yeah, we're all, even just 2 little pieces of cardboard. So we're going to just get these into a PFRE, I want to say. Padded flat rate envelope. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Although if I had sold this lot for like that, just have like 5 less chips in it, I could have definitely hit first class. Which in retrospect, I probably should have weighed them. All right. All right. Let's do it. So I know I was complaining yesterday about like I'm not listing the best stuff, or like blah blah blah. The reality is, it's just more labor intensive. It's not that it's bad stuff. Like there's like $100 something in sales today that is all death pile items. I shouldn't say death pile items. They're all backstock items or unprocessed inventory items. Really, probably most accurately. And I mean, like, what's the thing? Chris Rock. Like, it's the same. He always had the joke about, relationships versus new, what. Same thing with, want to go work on my backstock death pile or new inventory. Boring old stuff that requires a lot of work. Or get some new inventory. That's always how it feels. Good old reliable stuff it doesn't cost me a dime to get. Or spend a bunch of money on new inventory. I disagree, Tommy. I don't worry about it. I mean, it depends. It really depends on the item. And even calculated shipping, it implies that you're going to have the information in there correctly the very first time, which is practically never the case anyways. I'm more likely to lose money if I charge shipping. And I perceive it further as losing money if I undercharge for shipping. In my brain, if I'm charging $35 free shipping for something, and it can potentially go one way versus another. Oh, that's perfect. Right, and if it ends up going priority instead of first class, well, oh well, it ends up going priority first class. But if I'm charging for shipping and I've got calculated first class in there, but it ends up going priority, oh, that's the thing that drives me nuts. That's the thing where I feel like I'm losing money. It might be, splitting hairs or apples and oranges, same thing. It really just, I think, comes down to how you're perceiving it. Or, where your tolerances are, probably more accurately. Clearly, my tolerances are quite different than yours. Which isn't a judgment statement. It's just the statement of fact. I'm not trying to say either one is better or worse. Just different. Like, at the end of the day, on a $35 item, or even a $50 item or whatever, there's converting the transaction is a lot of times as important as that $2. That $2 can come off, in a make offer scenario, or it can come off in a sale scenario, or 100 other different ways. So if you view it as a discount, it's just a discount. And my model is as such as that I'm more or less priced high anyways. So I've got room for that to absorb that $2 every now and then. And it doesn't happen every time. But if I have the opportunity to resize a box to save $3-4, I'm going to do it. I mean, I don't offer free shipping on everything either, so. Well, thank you, Tommy, and thank you, Tracy. Oh, this is another Halloween die cut sold. This one is sold for ooh. Get out of here with your BS offer. Like when I'm doing like first class shipping, I don't like if it's 12 versus 13 ounce. If I'm on the border of like an ounce thing and it's like 32 cents, I don't care. Like that's if it's something I can do quickly, I'm gonna do it. Like there's a it's a cost benefit analysis that happens more or less instantaneously. But I would say probably my store is what? Around 50% free shipping. It really depends on the items, though. And it also depends on like how confident I am in how I'm going to ship it. For big stuff, it can be difficult to calculate exactly how heavy it's going to be once you've got it all packed and protected. If you're dealing with something bulky, you can guess at it, and you can try to overestimate, but that you're threading a needle there too, because if you overestimate too much, then your shipping is going to look too high and you're not going to find a buyer, at least very quickly. All right, what are we doing here? So these are some vintage bingo cards from the Chandler Lodge Foundation in North Hollywood, California. There's 6 of them. They sold for $26.91, free shipping. They're going priority, not expensively. $45. I think that's going to work. And I mean, I'm definitely not a proponent of free shipping for everything. When I'm doing my listing, I'm fairly calculated in how I want to sell it and how I think it's going to sell best or most quickly. For like in collectibles, I almost never list free ship. Unless it's like, a more modern sort of collectible with a younger audience. if anything was a make offer, you charge for shipping. I think those bingo cards are good and protected. But I think for like commodity items, stuff with a lot of competition, free shipping can be a good tool in the arsenal. Not that it's one that you want to use every time. All right, you're going in there. I already know you are. You're already in. But at the same time, like, I'm not, trying to tell anyone this is how you should do your shipping. Like, mistakes are made. For sure. All right, somebody timestamp in the comments the shoving stuff into padded flat rate. That'll get put in the supercut. That's true. I'll give you that, Tommy. There's Hello, Gene. How are you doing? Sorry, I've been catching up. All right, I'm caught up on chat. There's nothing else I want to reply to. All right. Got a little Swiss Army knife. Nice little blue in the tin. $30, free ship. Somebody sent me, there was no offer option on this one. So here's where I think free ship can help. I know this is not going to cost more than $5 to ship. Right? I know that I want to make at least $25 on this item. I put free ship in there. I know it's not going to cost more than $5. If I use that in my calculation, I'm good to go. Like, first class items are definitely, I think, super easy. There are Dreamy Buys. There are not states you can't ship knives to, but there are countries you cannot. Many countries you cannot. All right, I'm sick of talking about shipping. It's one of my, like, the most, like, I'm already doing the whole show every day. I don't need to talk more about my, like, pricing and shipping options. There's many out there. Look them up, research them, do what works best for you, and based on your own research on a particular item. There are some opinions, people have them, they're like assholes. I could really dig in on the punchline there, but I'm not going to for all of your sakes. You're welcome. All right, what's next? We got this thing. It's a Neepco branded Pottstown, Pennsylvania metric slide converter thing. Charge free shipping on this one. Hope I don't lose money. You know what we're going to do? We'll bag and board it. What? I think I have one board from like that I cut down a long time ago, and I keep thinking it's the one that fits in this bag, and I grab for it every freaking time. It's like when you have a bunch of like Sharpie markers, and there's one that doesn't work, and every time you grab for it, and then you're like, this is the one that doesn't work, and then you throw it away, but then the next time you reach for it, it's there again. It's like the ghost non-working Sharpie marker. Well, this is the board. Watch, it'll be back. Yeah. Uh-oh. I do not. I do not bleach my asshole. Sorry to disappoint anybody. All right, we got 2 final items. This is an Ebelskipper pan. Cast iron, made by Lodge. Ebelskipper. More fun to say, Eberskieber. Eberskieber pan. Man, I hope I don't lose money on this. This just I picked up at the estate sale recently. $70, free ship. Confidently put in free shipping because I knew how I was going to ship it. Nope. We do, however, need to that. Oh, you turd. Okay, we're going cubic. Actually, I don't actually care on this one. It's not going to be cheaper cubic. It's too heavy. I'm just going to go large flat rate. Making $60 on the thing. What is cubic on this one? I could just take off like 2 inches of cardboard here and probably be fine. cheapest way to go. It's just a lot of extra space. Yeah, large flat rate is actually cheaper than cubic. A mall and a dinosaur. Tommy, I promote it 1%. That's it. Across the board, 1%. I see angry. I'm not angry. That's just me. I'm ornery. All right, and the last item, death pile. Milwaukee Tools heat gun, like industrial strength heat gun. Pretty sure I calculated this for large flat rate. I'm pretty sure it's going to fit in here. Maybe not though. Nope. This thing weighs almost as much as that frying pan. And of course, it's going clear across the country, where it's like the most expensive for me to go. All right, let's calculate. 99% sure this is going. We're at 4 pounds. We will be at 5 pounds. Cubic rate. It's gonna be the same. I don't even know why I'm looking. $13, 6 pounds. More expensive. Cubic rate. Perfect. Now let's use the. I want to use this stuff up because I want this out of here. Oh my God, that's it. Oh my gosh, look, it's naked. What shall I put there? Think of all the possibilities. UPS is 30 minutes out of my day if I want to go drop off UPS. Parcel Select is like pennies difference. Parcel Select, if I sent Parcel Select on that one, let me tell you the price real quick. Parcel Select would have been, it's usually not a big difference. So the eBay prices were UPS ground $15.28. FedEx would have actually FedEx 2-day would have been a good deal for $14.99. Ground was $12.59. But FedEx has been taking forever for me lately. All right, USPS. Parcel Select was more expensive than Priority Mail, or almost more expensive. $24.35 versus $24.98. Priority was 50 cents more. 13.6. So 13.6 from Seattle or from Washington and Massachusetts. The cheapest for that same dimension and same weight would have been FedEx 2-day. $15.28. But again, it's time out of my day, and the $3 that I save is like, it's not worth the amount of time it takes for me to have to drive to the closest Walgreens and back. It didn't give me prices for home delivery, so I assume that it's a business that it's going to. Yeah, so there you have it. I hear one of my cats, but I don't see them. Well, you know what? Hey, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, I just haven't set it up. I probably should. Oh, he's in. Oh my gosh. He was in the cabinet underneath the computer. Hi. How did you get in there? You must have snuck in while I was wrapping packages. That is hilarious. That's true. $7 a box. So I mean, that is definitely worth it on something that size. Well, it would have been $4 or $3 on in this particular case, but yeah. I just need to go set up my freaking business account with FedEx. That's really all just me being a slacker. Hey. Well, I got nothing else to wrap up. I do have stuff to list. I've got to do some sourcing tonight. I got to pick up. And then, of course, over we have 3 gringos this evening as well at 7:30. Yeah, he tolerates me. He definitely wants something. Like to claw my face. Yeah, so I'll be probably starting that remotely from my pickup, which will be interesting. We'll see if that can happen. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you all very much for joining. It's always a blast to have some coworkers around getting this all done. And yeah, we'll probably be doing this tomorrow, assuming stuff sells, which, God willing, it will. I hope you all have a great day and a great weekend. We'll catch you on the flippy floppy. Have a good one.